Hello, hello. We have some things today. I don't know what things to do, but they're things. I'm pretty sure we have to do we have to do rocket parts and we have to do the big green circuit build. I think rocket parts are lower priority because we need to start building a whole lot of circuits. Because currently we have about I think not 60, 40%. We have about 40% of the red chips we need, production wise. So we need a circuit build that can, more than double that, which I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we'll do it. Like, I know the way they do it, they have half the rocket built, half of them built now, and then they build more after the silo, I think, for outposting and stuff. I don't think we really need to do it that way. Hold on, I'm having trouble positioning my mic. Okay. Also, what socks am I wearing today? Let's find out. I say let's find out like I don't know what I'm wearing. Let's find the picture. That's that's what I meant to say. It is this pair. There we go. These have not been added to Avatar Ing. There we go. These have not been added to my spreadsheet, which is a slightly more uniform thing that actually uses regex, which is kind of fun. It's not that complicated, but uh, I just copy that command and it cuts off all of the things that are not supposed to be there for the command for it to show a hyperlink. It's nice. Avatar ink. There we go. But yeah, I have not updated the spreadsheet fully yet. I mean, there's probably something that could be done to make it fully automatic, but it takes like 5-10 seconds every stream to find it. It's not a huge deal. Okay, so this is what we did yesterday. I'm not clicked on the game. There we go. This is what we did yesterday. We refined military science, so it's a lot more condensed. It fits in this little corner, which didn't really need to, but there's no reason not to have it up there. It seemed like we would have more belts producing it down here than if we just produced it up top. We do need to do a small little yellow science production. Not yellow science, yellow assembler production, probably right here, if I had to guess. Or, oh, we can build it. Oh, that's, never mind. Actually, this is a really good spot. We can build it where military science was. This isn't going to be a significant amount of yellow assemblers. This is basically just a small yellow assembler production for our main base, just so our main base can start building. That's all it really needs to do. And then, so that it will probably replace military science, which actually, looking at this now, I'm just going to delete it all. Which one is it? 3.2, okay. Oh, wait. Oh, nice. I didn't realize we had this extra coal lane. Which means we actually... Well, this comes from plastic. I guess we already have plastic coal being mined near plastic, so this doesn't actually simplify anything. I was hoping maybe it just meant we could reroute something that we already had, but we don't have it because it comes from here. I like how 4.1 is just labs and military science. Or honestly, that is a reasonable layer. It's just a weird it's a weird layer. We're gonna make a new layer. Let's do that. After current. The layers, I'm gonna probably have to rename them all because this doesn't feel like a stage 4 kind of blueprint. I also have some tea, which is it's nice and warm because it's not super chilly, but it's that time of year where it's like the heater doesn't kick on, so it's just it's just chilly inside, not cold or anything, but really needs some tea. Okay, force delete. That's not what I wanted. Ah, there's force delete. Okay. Do I have anything here I don't use? Yes. Where is it? Toggle map editor. We'll replace it with this one. Perfect. Copy with stage info. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. It sounds important. And then we also refined this, which... What? This doesn't even make sense. We didn't even have a stage 4. Oh! Wait, does copying the stage 4 break... What the heck is that? um, huh. Yeah, okay, we're gonna have to replace pretty much all of these loaders and all of the editor extension things because they seem to keep breaking stuff. Because I don't really know what's happening here. It's very bizarre. We're just gonna move this. We're gonna go to this stage and then we're gonna delete them. Maybe with a force delete, that would work. And then I think this is consuming enough. Okay. Yeah, this is what we decided on. And then I think I can actually move this closer together. Because in my mind, I was picturing that this would share water from this. But there's really no reason at all to do that. So instead, I'm going to have water coming from this side for actually the pumps and stuff. And we'll just have like one pipe of water going through to power these. Which honestly, it can probably go through here if I really want to. I don't think I have a need for it to save that tile, but I'm fairly certain that we can cut through the entire lane and do water. We don't have access to pumps that way, so that could actually be worse. Because if we go this way, we can use pumps every few tiles, which I think probably would be better. Because one completely full pipe, I think, can power all of the refineries we need. Because we need, now that we're using efficiency modules in our outpost, I don't know if we're using efficiency modules, but we're using not yellow assemblers for our wires. We're still using yellow assemblers for the electronic circuits, but not for the wires. Because they don't have a huge benefit there. Doesn't really affect the production that much, if at all. So instead, we're just going to have significantly lower power production, which means we can have about two-thirds of the power size that we thought we had, which I believe is 6 of these. No, 8 of these. It's about 8 of these is how many we need for the steam turbine ones, which is, that is, not, I meant to highlight just these. So at max, we need 200 water per second. So that is, I think 8 times that is still within the throughput of the pipe. Like pipes kind of max out around what, like 3,000 or something? I don't actually know. I think it just depends too much on distance to say it's just some random number like that. But realistically, I should be able to get 1,600. I think that's not anywhere near the limit as long as I use pumps. So that's the plan. That also means this power plant will fit together very nicely and tessellate super well. So we can just paste this 8 times and see if it works. Wait, how many is this? I wasn't counting. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'll just do 2 more. We can always cut it. I just wanted to get this in a blueprint so that way I can stop thinking about it. Okay. Let's see if that... Oh wait, I'm going to count it this way, which is a really weird way to count it. Okay, that's 7. Gosh, this feels massive. Wait, how large is this relative to our actual base? Okay, it looks a lot larger than it is. That's good to know. How big is it compared to their power plant, though? Where is their full plant? Is this the entire nuclear plant, or is nuclear... Nuclear would have to be its own blueprint book, right? Or is it just this? No, it's definitely its own. Oh, this is the start of nuclear, and then they paste blueprints on top of it. Okay. So which one could be nuclear? Outpost, base, shifted station, single radar, green seed, on patch. These are directions, I think. Or no, those are the outpost. Roboport connection, scouting outpost. That's a fun outpost. Solaris, green circuits. I don't see anything. What am I missing? Am I just blind? Is it this thing? Oh, it's this thing. Oh, okay. So space-wise, ours is not actually that much worse. Wait, is it? What is that? What are those? What's that on the left? Is that the power plant itself? Huh, I've never actually looked at it. I don't know how it scales up. That's not the, I think it scales up differently than how I thought. But that does make sense. Okay, so why is the space requirement of ours not that much higher? I feel like I miscalculated something. Because I thought nuclear power was supposed to be significantly more dense. Is it not? Maybe it's just better. I mean, okay. I say that, and then I realize, like, I'm comparing 2 gigawatts to 10 gigawatts. So, like, it is significantly more dense. That is still, like, 3 times more dense. I don't know why I was expecting my power plant to not be roughly the same size. Or even, like, half. Even half, it's still, like, 3 times the size per gigawatt. So that's, yeah, steam power is awful. Got it. At least this looks pretty decent. And then I think, well, we can't really condense it, but we can probably do... Actually, we can't really do a ton of entity savings either. Because we can basically replace 1 with 2, but that doesn't really... Or we can replace 2 with 2. Although I think if I shift this over 1 tile and then add an underground here, I can technically save a grand total of like 200 pipes. Actually, no, it's probably not that much, is it? Let's see. How many refineries do I have? Okay, yeah, I would save about 200 pipes that way. I don't think that matters. That's like 1% of the entities. How many is that? It's 1 or 2% of the entities, so it's not a massive savings, but it's something to keep in mind. What else do we have on the desk? Fix Blue Science. That's done, kind of. Beaconed yellow and purple builds, good. Gear lane, make them safe. Extra 1 built. We have not done that. Okay. Well, we haven't converted the old lane for that. So this one right here, this is slightly unsafe, so I need to go and add 1 tile to all of them, which is not a huge concern. Well, let's do that right now. What the heck? Oh, I always forget if I exit out of the... I can't think of the word. If I change stages, it exits out of map view. There we go. Okay. So this one, we are moving up 1 tile. Oh, that's going to be annoying to copy, isn't it? Actually, no, it's not as bad as I thought. Okay, let's copy this much. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. This is considered unsafe. The reason is I don't want 3 inserters grabbing from 1 belt. That can technically brown out. It's a lot less likely than other brownout situations, but it's still not worth saving 1 entity. Oof. Or is it 2 entities? It's not worth saving 2 entities per tile for that. Okay, and then this one's the same thing. There we go. Delete, replace, delete, replace. Honestly, it almost would have been faster to just re-blueprint it, but it's hard to say. Sometimes, like, fixing them individually is not too bad. But then as you keep going over, you keep scrolling over, you realize, oh, this is a lot more tiles than I originally thought. And we run into that a lot. For sure. Because this is not our first time having to make those poor decisions. Okay, so this one's safe. This one's safe-ish. Yeah, that one's good enough, I think. This one's early enough in our base that we can probably figure out that we're missing red conveyors. I could also add logic to this one, actually. Anything that I think is terribly unsafe, we can just, like, read a belt on. Like, I can say only work if coal is greater than 4, probably, or greater than 3. I know this is reading a different tile, but it still gives it some confirmation, because realistically, this won't be filling up with half a belt at a time. So this will only work if this one's backed up. That gives it a little bit better odds. And it has no major downside, because the start delay isn't going to be that significant, because it only has to go up this high before it starts, so we should be able to live with that. The downside is we put that on the wrong layer, didn't we? Actually, that does remind me. I just undid something. I don't like that. Also, I don't know what I did. Okay. How do I get rid of this? You know what? We're gonna... Okay, I have an idea. We are going to force delete and rebuild it. Okay. I think I undid this. Yeah, okay. There we go. That's better. But yeah, I'm realizing... I think last night, a thought just occurred to me that I have absolutely no idea if I've been consistent about which layer I was looking at whenever I changed inserter logic. So I don't really know if there's a good fix for that. I really don't. I can probably assume that the final layer is probably safe. So what I think I'll end up doing is hold on, I have to really cough. Allergies are picking up again. The only downside of this time of year. Anyway, basically my current plan is I'll get the final blueprint, copy it, go to each individual layer, paste the blueprint, undo, because undo doesn't remove logic changes, I don't think. So that will basically make it that it overrides all the logic of everything I have placed to make it match up with the final tier. And since I don't have anything that changes logic throughout the run, that should be totally fine. It would be risky if I changed like different values, like storage limits throughout the run, but I don't have to worry about anything like that, I don't think. And if I do, I have to worry about that a lot less than I have to worry about the other things, like actually having a working base. So yeah, having a working base is more useful. Okay, so this one is down. This one is still in need of fixing, okay. This is layer 2. We move this up, add a tile, and then move this up. It's rotated the wrong way, awesome. Okay, now it's something we can copy, excellent. Yeah, this has been on the top of my list or pretty high up on the list for a while, and I keep putting it off because it's not, it's a task that needs to be done, but it's not one I really wanted to do. So I feel like you don't get a lot done just making these fixes, but I mean, I have to do it. I have to do it at some point. Might as well do it now before things break from it, because I'm gonna have to start troubleshooting things now soon. It will make sense if they are functional before I do that, at least to the best of my ability. There we go. Okay, so that's that one, and then we've copied this up here, but I think we fixed it up on. I think we fixed it up here, because this is when I noticed it was a problem. Yeah, this one's fixed. Excellent. And this one somehow uses fewer entities. I think this design is actually better than the original one. I don't know what makes it different. I think it has to do with what it's next to, or maybe it was just me realizing I could do something better. But this one somehow uses one less tile. Yeah, I think it has to do with how I have the iron connected, because it doesn't really look that much different at a glance. And then what else? These aren't sharing. They're also not high enough throughput for it to be a problem. Actually, wait, this was when I realized that triple sharing was bad. So anything after this point should be safe. Like, there are still mistakes, but I don't think I messed up entire designs. Do I not have any gears? I thought I had a gear assembler over here. There we go. Yeah, because I knew we produced engines. So this one is layer 3. Excellent. This goes up one tile, this goes over. I don't think we can really copy that one yet, though. Man, this would be a lot faster if undergrounds worked better. It has always bothered me how underground rotation works in this game. It's such a minor thing, but I think it's weird to me. Whenever you Q pick an underground, its direction is based on the direction. It's based on which half of the underground you pick up Q pick, not the direction of the underground, which I don't love. I don't know why it's that way. Because you know, if you Q pick an underground that's going this way, I think both of them should make your mouse face to the left. But this one doesn't. This one makes it face to the right. Which would make sense if there are only 4, but there are like, I think it's just because there's like 8 orientations that undergrounds can be in. So like, it's got to be weird either way. But logically, I think it makes more sense the way I proposed. Just because I feel like, generally speaking, you want them to go in the same direction as the next thing you're placing. That seems reasonable. But I mostly am hyper aware of it right now because I've been editing the mouse only video, and there was a section where I spent like 30 seconds trying to place an underground like that. But in my defense, it was invisible, so like it is justified. Because not only does it have like the weirdness, you can't even see which direction you're placing, so like yeah, you can't really tell until resources start moving if it's actually placed correctly. Okay. That seems weird. What are all these warnings? Are they bad? I don't know why I said that. Obviously, they're not good. I have no idea what they could be. What are these? I'm so confused. Glass bricks, are you here by any chance? This is so weird. I mean, we'll do this one. Like, I'm assuming it will be fixed by rebuilding it. It's just, I'm curious what the problem is. Because yeah, there definitely is one, and I think it has to do with just, you know, making a new stage. I just don't see any entity that can be placed like this. Because these are weird shapes. Oh, that did not fix things. Huh. Fascinating. I don't know. See, is there a pattern? Is there a section where this is very broken? No idea. It seems, ooh. Snipping to it? Yeah, I got nothing. Wait, Windows logo Shift S. Oh, snipping has a shortcut? Oh, that's cool. I've never realized that before. Because I use that to take screenshots a lot because I don't like print screen just taking, you know, the whole thing. I prefer to get smaller ones. Mostly because my internet speed. If I send a picture that's a full screenshot, it takes like genuinely 60 seconds to send, I think, with a 1440p monitor. Because my internet is just so bad. Okay, these are still starting. That's good. You can always rebuild from scratch. That's so true. I like the way you think. Let's start over. I don't like how I designed. There's one thing I really don't like. Which was it? Yeah, I don't like this. So that just means we have to redo the whole base. That's how it works. These are not powered. That makes sense. They don't have access to coal. Okay, well, we will give it an infinite coal thing for now then. There we go. Okay. Also, there's one thing I noticed with infinity chests. If you give it something... and then remove that, it still multiplies it, right? No. I could have sworn that was real. Okay, never mind then. Never mind. I've noticed nothing. Sometimes when I copy infinity chests after giving it the wrong filters, it seems like it keeps multiplying the wrong thing, but I guess I imagined it. Or thought more time had passed. Ever since I first clicked it. I also like how that's where I put my my full lane of coal instead of just instead of just putting it here for testing purposes. Okay, does it matter which side is which? I don't think so. Technically, we can evenly split it. Actually, yeah, let's evenly split it. I don't think it has any downside right here. Send to stage, which is... Wait, all of these reset. This must be like a local. Yeah, this would have to be a local thing. Because I updated Windows this week. So replaced all my local files. So like most of the things are the same, but this reordered itself, which is really weird. Because I don't see why it would be, considering config files are not local. I don't know. I don't know what makes that different. Or maybe it had to do with re-enabling mods or something. That could be it. Either way, something weird happened during the update. It was probably the fact that mods changed briefly. What am I looking for? Stage move tool. Also, cleanup tool. I can't find any information on that. There we go. And there we go. Okay. So my idea was to do this and then this. There we go. It actually, I think that saves an underground, or it's the same amount of undergrounds. But this gives you a perfectly even split between both halves of the belts, I think. So that way you don't have to worry about like one of them getting like a couple % more. I don't think we have any tolerances that low that we have to worry about it, but figured it's basically free to do this, so there's very little reason not to. I wonder if I can move this splitter. So if I could move these closer, that would be really nice. But it mostly just looks better. Like saving these tiles isn't important. I just kind of wanted to be slightly prettier. Yeah, we'll just move it down too, because I'm realizing it's too high. Okay, there's something else I wanted to do next. What was it? Gear lane, make them safe, extra belt, good. Fix fuel going into blue science. I think we've fixed that. We changed it that we read at the beginning. And then we have no prio there, good. We read at the beginning and it split like 4 times, so it should be relatively safe. Okay, that should be fine. We can say that's fixed. Also, this is there's just like so much dead space here that I don't know what to do. Shorter blue science, or more red chips, or yellow assemblers. I think we did this one, because I think I said that when we didn't have this whole thing built. So let's see. This says we have 11.25. This consumes 4. This consumes... It says 3, so we're going to say 2, because I think it works at like 60% speed. And then this consumes... Wait, where are they? Where's rate calculator? And this consumes... We're going to say that's the full. So that's 3 plus 4 plus 1.5. What is that? 8.5? Okay, so we actually even have excess red chips. So we can send those into module production, because I think we're a bit low on modules. Yeah, we can double module production without having any additional red chips, so that's nice. I think we need more green chips for that. It's hard to say, considering I have no idea where green chips come from. But yeah, there's a very good chance we need more green chips. Unfortunately, we need them here, which is a weird way to get them down here, but you know what? Okay, so we haven't done it before, but there's nothing saying I can't have a smelting lane that just is like here, right? There's no reason for me to not use this space, as long as I can build it around this section. Because this is all hand built. This is all bot built. So we can do whatever we want with these belts over here. And I think that just seems like a good spot for green chips. Because it's next to resources we'll already have connected. It's not that far of a crossing to get it through. We're just gonna do this and pretend we actually have the green chips. And how much does this give us? 17 and a half. Okay, so that's wrong. I think they produce at 50% speed, right? So let's see, that's a 16 iron per second. We know they are getting 12. Okay, so we know they're getting 17 and a half per second. So yeah, we can say it produces at like 45% of that, which is what, a little over 7.6 per second. Okay, so yeah, that is more than enough green chips. Honestly, we only need 2.5 green chips per second. It's possible we just have that somewhere. I just don't know where it could be. No, we probably don't. Yeah, we'll put this there. Look at my very rectangular base. It's such clean lines. But to be fair, that's because we have to stagger our builds to the fact that we're using burner inserters. Like, they don't really have a consistent starting point because you can't really get a pattern of, solid furnaces or solid assemblers. The furnaces have very inconsistent spacings. Because, like, optimal spacing here is like this, but for the steeling, more space in between is fine. Then for these, we have a huge gap in between. And then I also wanted to redo LDS. Not redo LDS. Come up with a secondary LDS. Although I think I decided that's not necessary, but it's something I wanted to consider. Yeah, let's put that. LDS is what... And then we need green chips. I'm just kind of holding things over here so I don't forget them. Using this section as a to-do list effectively. Stage move tool. Good. Okay, and then shorter blue science. Okay, so we did that. Buffer all sciences. This is partially done. We are not buffering red and green science. We also don't have red and green science being sent up. So I'm thinking a buffer earlier is probably good, but it would have to be a no logic buffer and be done with like 2 inserters. So that requires me to put a splitter here and then build 2 buffers manually right here, and then maybe not output from, maybe we don't output from them until after we get bots. That would lose some red science, but it would recover. Because I don't think we're going to be red or green science limited. I don't know. This is like the first layer too, though, so I don't really want to mess with it too much. If we had filter splitters, it would be a lot better. I wonder if I can add a tile in between these. Because we haven't fully decided on the height here. Part of me thinks that just wasting 80 belt here would be worth it over building a split. That's not worth it. I can't think of a world where 80 belt is worth 1 splitter. This is literally all it saves, 1 splitter. Okay. Let's not worry about it then. Okay, also I'm gonna put this more on... How do I do this? You know what? We don't need to test this science. We'll just delete them. Okay, so that goes there. It doesn't matter what side it splits on, but we do need a buffer. So fortunately, that's actually pretty easy to do, which is nice. Now this is going to be prioed. This will waste coal, but I think that's totally fine. And this honestly won't buffer everything forever, but it should be sufficient. Yeah, these will constantly be running, but we can afford to waste 2 constantly running inserters. I think that's not the end of the world. But this looks relatively easy to build by hand, or have bots build later. So this buffer is all the science we could possibly need. This is not very hand buildable though, so we need 2 tiles there just so we can smart belt this. Okay, so that gets that gap. Smart belting, and then will that work? I think it does work. I just gave them the wrong sides. Okay, there we go. Okay, that looks smart beltable. Let's remove that. This goes on to that. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I had green science on the left. It was sending red science to the top, and then I had red science on the top. Still, after changing it, I think there was some buffer still left in that I forgot about. Oh wait, ooh, is this the problem? This might be the problem. Okay, we can fix that. Yeah, we can fix that. There we go. There we go. Maybe I should use like a fish. Maybe I should have a standard for just we're blocking this side of the belt. I think that would be good. Oops. There we go. And now we can do this. Now nothing can get side loaded there. Okay, much nicer. We're somehow getting red science, which is weird. I didn't know this was activated. Okay, and then this is a weird belt. This is gonna be annoying to build by hand. I don't think it's, well, okay, I don't think it's that bad, but I don't really want to have to do it. Okay, once again, we filtered the wrong side after double checking it. Classic. Yeah, there we go. That works. I don't know why I have a filter here. If we filter it ahead of time. Yeah, there's no reason for that to be there. You know, we'll clean that up later. I'm not sure exactly how I want to split this belt, because right now this is divided to be. Right now this is smart belt compatible, or not smart belt compatible. Sorry. Right now this is designed around having 4 resources, but I think we can design it around having 1 resource, or 3 resources instead, which will let us mess with these values. Because these labs aren't used that much longer. Like, they're technically used for blue science, but only for a short while. So they don't need a high throughput there. And then what else was on our to-do list? Buffer all sciences. Okay, technically, we've done that. We have not buffered initial blue science. So we don't really need to, because this is not producing a good chunk of our blue science, right? This is producing 1. This produces... Okay, this produces 25%, so we technically don't need to buffer that as long as we prio it. We could also send it up here. But yeah, we somehow need to get science from here up top. We need this. We need this, right? Yeah, we need that. Okay. Huh. They are not very close to each other. Kind of wishing this part of my base was flipped. And that we did a cold distribution center in the middle as opposed to the edge of the base, but that's fine. That's a rework we can do later if we revisit this, right? But yeah, that does bring up the question of how the heck do we do this? So I think we're still getting red science on this side. What the heck? Do we have like an infinity chest, or what am I doing wrong? I don't really know what the issue is there. Oh well. But yeah, I think if we have a splitter, don't know where it would be, but basically we just need to split off beforehand. So that would go, move this as far back as it can go. It's a good start. There we go. And then we have a splitter here that will eventually send stuff north. Okay. And this, okay, so we can't do anything with the belts that are already placed. That's kind of the problem right now with this one, this belt. So we can't like make that an underground, so that way we can go through it. So I get the feeling that this belt is gonna go here to here to here to here. The 900 science per minute factory you planned has no space for a Roboport because I forgot. Good to see me planning them in. Yeah, I'm planning them in. Definitely. Definitely planned them in my whole base. Uh, I figured we probably will be able to manage them. I'm hoping that I'm right. But yeah. Um, to be fair, there aren't that many spaces where I'm too worried. Like we'll be able to get them down here very easily. This part's going to be a little bit awkward. I think we're just going to have to cut a lot of our production by like 1% and just call it good. Because like at the end of the day, 1% production for like my LDS isn't that bad, and it will make it that we can get the roboports we need. It's not ideal, but yeah. it's it's something. I have a plan. There you go. It's a backup plan that we're using as our primary plan, but it's still a plan nonetheless. But yeah, I honestly I think this is what we do with the science. It feels like it wastes a lot of space, but honestly it's not a huge deal. Like what's gonna happen if I have 300 extra tiles that it takes for my backup science to make it to my new science? Like that's not, I don't think that's gonna slow down any research. And then it looks like we can go up through there. Okay, I imagine we're gonna have to use a mix of red undergrounds for this, which is totally fine. We could use exclusively red undergrounds. That does eliminate the latency issue of what I'm doing right now, which is kind of nice. Now this is a real question. Do I want to risk belt weaving? I feel like I don't. I don't think I should risk belt weaving. Oh, wait. That's where we needed to go. I didn't realize we were that close. Okay, yeah, this really... It feels a lot farther. I think that's just because there's so much in this base. But yeah, it's really doesn't have a ton of distance to travel. But there we go. That's red science. Okay, now we need blue. Also, what is there anything special about the 900 science per minute factory you're making? Like, is it like just a compact one, or does it have some kind of limitation? Or just a fun project? Okay, where's blue science? Oh gosh. Huh. I'm realizing now that blue science doesn't technically connect here. I see the path that I'm supposed to have been taking. I just it doesn't have a clean connection. Just an arbitrary number you chose for a base. It's not completely arbitrary, right? Like that's one belt of everything. Exactly. I think that a lot of people like have that goal of like 1K per minute, but I think I feel like 900 is the sweet spot just for that reason, because it's so satisfying. It just fits so perfectly. Why do I have blue science over here? Okay, I have an idea. Blue science, I think, is way easier to connect on the side. Well, okay, what would I build? I'm trying to think of what I can build. What I can build by hand. Sorry, I didn't finish the thought. So this is hand built, right? So not having something complicated is good. So this goes straight down. That's less good. So what I'm thinking I do instead, let's see, which layer is this? 2.1, right? Yeah, I think 2.2 is everything I build by hand. Plus the first thing bots build, right? Yeah. Okay, I think I see it. So this, technically this saves resources, right? This is about 40 less belts, but this is nicer. Oh wait, this isn't smart beltable, never mind. Which am I less likely to mess up? This is not smart beltable unless I move it down a tile, because this will just cut through it, which is not great. Did I break it? Oh no, I sideloaded it. So let's see, I could go down through here. This is just a bunch of straight drags. Yeah, no, I think I go this way. What if I move it down a tile? Also, I like how I have this assembler here. Actually, this is a good spot for it, though. Like, legitimately, it can just go here, and I can hand feed it some steel. Yeah, no, that's not actually a bad spot for me to do Gotlap. Okay, what... Are there any belt tricks I can do to make Smart Belt work here? Like, if this is facing the wrong direction? Or if it has, like, an underground facing the wrong direction? Ooh, maybe a splitter facing the wrong direction. No. That only works if it's exclusively splitters. Okay. I think I just go down a tile. Does this feel better? It really doesn't. No, it doesn't. You can stack them for more, not UPS optimized. Oh, wait. Oh, your base isn't UPS optimized? Well, that's fine. That's fair. I feel like the non-UPS bases are probably the more fun to build because you can just do whatever you want. This doesn't work here. This needs to go up a tile. No, that's fine. It's not connected anyway. Then again, I guess optimizing UPS is kind of fun. I guess it's all fun. Factorio is just fun. Who would have thought? What the heck is this? Why is this on that layer? Transport belt in the way. Force delete. Wait, was that force delete or stage delete? Stage delete. Excellent. Okay. Ooh, this isn't... No, that's connected, right? Never mind. Okay, I thought this one was regulated by this logic, but it was the other one. Okay, so now we have blue science, which... That's not where blue science is supposed to connect. Whoops. Not a huge deal. This cannot be mined? What the heck? There we go. I'm so confused. Oh, I am on the wrong stage. Okay, never mind. That's on me. That's 100% on me. Okay. That is on the wrong side, technically. But it's probably okay. But I don't know if probably okay is what I want to base it. Well, okay. These labs will be stopping soon, right? So probably okay might be fine. Makes a nice puzzle game, optimizates for different goals, makes good replay value. That's why I like this speedrunning, just because it adds like a new element to the game. Because it's like, oh, build speed is something that you don't normally optimize for in Factorio. Like maybe bot build speed, but you very rarely optimize for like how nice it is to build as a player. So I really like that aspect. You know what? I think we'll be fine with this. Technically, this can do half a belt. So it should be quarter, quarter, half. Which isn't a great balance. But it works out because we have extra blue science, right? We don't have extra blue science. We have 1 science per second right now, which is not a ton. And then this one actually needs an output prio. And then this also needs a prio. Don't love it, but I don't hate it either. So, I mean, I guess that's fine. And this part doesn't have to be built by hand, so I think we can live with that. Yeah, this can be as messy as we want. The advantage of having bots do it. What is up with this? What is this pattern I have? I have no idea what this belt pattern is. Oh wait, that actually has to be there. Okay. Okay, so this one can go up, I guess. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun trying to fix everything here when I realize it is all incredibly wrong. Also changing stages, because I'm pretty sure I'm building these on the wrong stage right now. I mean, okay, it's not the end of the world if they're not built on this stage. We're connecting 2 sciences they're going to be like 10 minutes apart from each other. So like if purple science stalls for a minute, or if research stalls for a minute, it's not the end of the world. Okay, is this hand built? I can't imagine it is. Okay. We can mess with this. There we go. Okay, we're close. We are very close. One tile over. That cannot reach. Okay, go back to the same stage. Wow, such an arbitrary distinction between layers. Oh, that didn't actually do anything. That didn't fix any problem I have. This does, though. This can be an underground. Oh my gosh, wait. These only have speed mods on the later layers. What? That's not good. Or sorry, they only have speed mods on the early layers. Ah, that's bad. I don't even know how that's possible. Yeah, okay. That is something that I'll have to keep in mind later, I guess. I don't really see how to fix it now. I might have to ask someone. There's like a good solution to that within the mod. Because I got nothing. I don't think I like blue science coming through here. Don't know why. Something about it is just not great. Okay, so this is considered unsafe. I can shift this up, though. Which layer is it in? Because power is pretty important. So yeah, let's shift these up. There we go. I mean, they're relatively safe, but we are trying to remove this kind of design if we can. Hopefully this works. There we go. Cut, cut. Then this one's a lot safer actually. We can leave this one. Two is probably never going to brown out. 3 has a chance, but this one's probably fairly safe. They're not going to be fighting too hard for the same resources, so I think we can leave it. I think things also get a whole lot easier once I cut this and then also shift this up like 2 tiles. So I think we have a lot more space to work with here. So we'll do that. Buffer all sciences. Technically done. We're not buffering military. Just in case I get distracted, I'm writing that down. But yeah, we need to buffer military right here, which I think is incredibly easy. We just have to go to the layer, delete what we can. Hopefully we don't delete too much. And then somebody gave me this logic the other day for the buffer, which this feels broken. No, wait, it does. Never mind, it's fine. Never mind. I thought something was weird with this design. I didn't realize RoboFrames are on the other side. Okay, but yeah, somebody gave me this logic. Which one do I like more? Actually, we have it designed in 2 different ways. There's this one. There's this one. There's this. Wait. This isn't supposed to be here. I mean, it was supposed to be here, but then we moved it. There we go. There we go. Okay. And these are out of fuel, of course. Yeah, the staged mod, I think. Really don't know that one and that weird fuel issue, and then this thing are very, very elusive for me right now. I can't quite explain them. But where are the buffers? Okay, so technically, I think one of these is better than the other in terms of prio. Yeah, so this one, the way this one works, it kind of prios the buffer, depending on how full the buffer is. I wasn't able to figure out a good fix for that without just like rearranging the whole thing. Whereas this one, these get sideloaded afterwards onto the full belt, whereas these force a sideload. It's like some of these will get prioed, some of these will get prioed. Whereas this one, all of these will get prioed if the buffer is very full. I don't think that matters. I think at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. Because my thinking is that means 3 inserters are constantly running. That's not going to affect anything. Yeah, we won't worry about it. 3 inserters constantly running compared to the 20, 30,000 we have constantly running is not going to make or break the... it shouldn't make or break the run, I hope. And then these are side loading correctly. Awesome. Oh, that reminds me. We need to... I saw something here that reminded me of something we have not done yet. I cannot think of what it is. I think it had to do with our outposts. Hopefully remember it in time. Oh, combinators. I actually don't have any idea where these go, so we need to. We'll actually write a note for that. I think we can fit them in here. We should be able to add them somewhere. Probably here. It's a bit of a weird spot, but it should work. They're just wires, right? Wires and circuits for all of them. Let's see, where's an assembling machine? There has to be a better way. Actually, I've never asked that. Does anybody know, is there a better way to check recipes in editor mode? Because I literally just place an assembling machine every time, and I feel like there has to be a way to check, like maybe a hotkey. But I don't know. Okay, combinators and circuits. Actually, that's kind of tough. I don't have circuits here. We'll probably make the combinators here then, with the red chip build. I think we can make that work. Yeah, we can fit something in here. Like right there, probably, if we move the belts around. Okay. So yeah, we can get all the combinators. Recipe discovery will be improved with the big update. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Aren't they making the stuff like searchable or something? I mean, I guess it's searchable. I remember there being something was more searchable. I don't remember what it was. Was it this thing as well? I definitely remember. I don't think I'm making this up. Maybe I was. But yeah, there's definitely some kind of something that more searchable. Maybe it is the recipes that I'm thinking of. It's probably that. Okay, which way does this go? The inputs are here. Does the side matter? Not really. It's not like we have a space we have to fit in between. You can click recipes used by, search your Factorio for assembly. Oh, that's what it was. The searching my factory for assemblers. That's what I was thinking. Searching this menu. Yeah, that one sounds so nice. That's kind of cool. It'll basically make it that you don't really have to play with FNEI, which is pretty awesome. Does this work? Oh, this is a coal lane. Ah, this is a coal lane. I was wondering why it didn't look like it connected. Perfect. Okay. So fuel comes from... I mean, it can technically come from here. That would work. Underground, 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 underground. And then I guess we'll just loop it around. Okay, there we go. That should be fine. Now we can add this back, which I think is to this layer. Yes, it is. Awesome. That does not reach. We can either go around or you can use a... Oh, we're just going to use an underground. I don't even know what this is, actually. I think it's coal. It probably won't even come from that direction, so it probably won't end up mattering. Yeah, I'm very, very looking forward to the expansion. I am looking forward to the expansion in general, like the actual expansion things, but honestly, I just think the quality of life improvements sound awesome. And then I was wanting to reconsider... I wanted to re-examine doing a condensed LDS lane. Yeah, so I guess probably not rockets or green. Probably not rocket parts or green circuits today. I mean, technically these eventually go into... Technically, LDS is a rocket part. I didn't lie. Actually, okay, I did, because my title doesn't say... It was supposed to say rocket time. I deleted that. Rocket part time. There we go. Now it's correct. Train factories will be less hacky, but also spaghetti squared. Oh yeah, the stacked trains are gonna be great. I'm very much looking forward to that. It will actually get me to use trains. Probably. We'll see. I delay trains a lot. Okay, and there's one thing I have not calculated yet. So what's the Factorio calculator? We need 3 space science per minute. And then let's do 3. Sorry, 8. 3 per second. My goal is 3 per second for that. What else? Is there anything I can't think of that requires LDS? Like a large amount of LDS. I know like power armor requires LDS, but I can't imagine they need so much of that I have to have like a dedicated LDS production solely for that purpose. So yellow science and space science. Are there any other like components I'm not thinking of? I think that's it. I feel like that's right. And then this will be done with productivity modules. Actually, no. I want to launch, yeah, no productivity module. Well, not entirely sure. I want to do these calculations. Let's see. I'll have prod 3s in yellow science. I know that much. Yellow science will have prod 3s. Where the heck is yellow science? Oh, there it is. Wait, why am I doing math for yellow science when I literally have it right here? I'm realizing now I already have this number, and I'm sitting here trying to get it again. Okay, so we need 180 science per minute. Why am I doing any math? All of these numbers are so easy. Why am I using a calculator for this? We need 198 LDS per minute, I think is what unit this is in. I don't know. Yeah, it's it's 720 LDS per 1,000 science. So we need to produce 3 times that. So 2.1 LDS per second. That's all. It's like a 1-to-1 ratio. I don't know why I'm doing math here. Okay. So yeah, we need 2.1 LDS per second in addition to what we already have. There we go. Very, very easy estimate. It took longer to open Chrome than it did to do that. Okay. So that means we have half of what we already need, right? We have 1.8. Okay, so let's triple this so that way we have some surplus just for like getting out the initial rockets. Oh wait, does the satellite need LDS? The satellite might need low density structure. I don't think it's significant. 100. Okay, so that increases by 10%. Yeah, that's not bad. Process units, LDS, rocket fuel, solar panel accumulator, and radar. Okay, so let's change that to 2.4 to 3 as our new estimate. We can live with that. But this is what we have. It doesn't use direct fed steel. It does use direct fed copper, and it uses direct fed. It just uses direct fed copper. Now, here's the real question. Direct fed plastic or direct fed steel? Because both are options. I think both are very viable options. Because on the one hand, direct feeding steel saves more input actions. No. Oh, because of the iron. Hold up. How does that work? The direct fed plastic saves 5 actions, is 5 actions per LDS, whereas direct fed steel is 2. But steel also has the iron input, so I think we have to add 5 to that, right? So it's actually 7. Okay, so no, yeah, direct fed steel's worse. Better. Okay, well that's easy enough. Well, not to do. It's easy enough to say. So let's condense it to Let's condense it back to its roots. That is just this. There we go. Okay, now if we wanted steel, I think we would need something like that. Well, we can't output from this. I think we have to output from this side if we do this. Which is fine, because we're already outputting from the side, so that's not inherently a problem. I was just kind of hoping we wouldn't have to. So that lets us condense this a little bit. Don't know if that does anything, but it's worth thinking about. Okay, so this is direct fed steel. Oh, wait. Wait. It's a 1-to-2 ratio, isn't it? I think it's a 1-to-2 ratio. Let's do... Well, I was going to say math, but it's not really math. Steel plate cannot be smelted. Oh, you are correct, Mr. Pop-Up. That is true. Okay, this produces extra by 0.1. This one produces nothing because I deleted it. Okay. Because this produces at 80% speed, which I think is fine because it's already producing at 80% speed with the copper, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that is 1.25 out of 1.5. Okay, that's not bad. That is about 80%. And then this is 1 over 1.25, right? Or no, yeah, 1 over 1.25. That's pretty close to each other. I don't think they're exactly the same, but it's pretty darn close. Close enough that I can say it's all right. I think it's like a 2% difference, right? If this is 83, this is like 80. Pretty darn close. Okay. That means 2 steel assemblers, or 2 inserters per steel. Fuel can come from this lane, so that lets us output LDS. This doesn't seem that bad so far. We have to be missing. I have to be missing something because I feel like this seems too straightforward. And then maybe we can get fuel from here. And then iron from here. Okay, this is this gap I can't really fix. Maybe we don't do that. We can condense it this way though. Now this works. Okay, so these all work, these all run, these all run. I think this requires circuit logic to make it work. But we can live with that. I don't know if this is going to be more condensed. It might actually end up being more condensed. And then we need to fuel this. So this is the issue. We can't fuel it from here. We can fuel the... Ooh, we can do this. Or we can use like a splitter. Maybe we can use a splitter. Like if the fuel goes this way, we can use a splitter here. We do need a prio. If we're grabbing from a splitter, we need a prio on the same side. Otherwise, it has some problems. That was supposed to be a belt. And then LDS can output somewhere. We can't do that. That will make an iron lane. Okay. I think this is decent, actually. Didn't I originally make one of these? I swear I made one of these. If only I named my... What is this? Oh my gosh, I remember what this is. This is from my original run. Basically, I had a design for a mining outpost or a furnace lane, and I think this I came up with this design to fill in gaps in case there's ore in the way, and then I used that same design for furnaces later. It's not a good design. I wouldn't recommend it. 48 furnace design, direct fed blue chips with reds. Okay, I have some things named. Neat but not useful. That is a very good name. Neat but not useful. Okay, let's see how similar this thing that we made was to our original idea. I think our original idea didn't work, because this doesn't actually get fuel. It was optimized for fun. That's so true. It is optimal for fun, because this is pretty fun. Okay, something tells me that the reason I gave up on it was because it is non-functional, which I think is a very acceptable reason. Yeah, these never got fuel. Okay. So it's very much not useful then. I see. And then I think I can stagger these. I imagine I'll be able to stagger them and make it like a few tiles more condensed, because that would be pretty cool. This spacing doesn't work. Okay, so we actually need a tile in between there. That would be here, so that way they can output onto the same side. Okay, how dense is our original lane? Our original lane is 3 tiles in between every other assembler. Okay, cool. So the same width. That's a good goal. Not being extra wide, I'll take that. Now, what is the spacing here? This is 5. They do not stagger. Okay, if I artificially make them 1 tile wider, I can make it 2 tiles shorter, right? Oh, but that requires me to use red belt. It does require me to use red belt. Okay, probably not worth it. We'll continue with this design, see if it actually works first. So this is a pure coal lane, or a solid fuel lane. This is iron and solid, or copper and solid fuel. Solid fuel, copper. Since we're not doing saturation tests right now, doesn't really matter which side is on which. We can just give it arbitrary values for now. Okay, give this more fuel. I don't have plastic. I forgot plastic exists. That's not a problem. It might be a problem. Yeah, plastic is a thing. Okay, so this one still doesn't work. Plastic might be self-feedable though. I think we can do a plastic design that self-feeds. Like right through here. Oh wait, we can't feed this output. Okay, I think the idea is there. I think we can make this work. I don't think it's worth it, admittedly. Considering we literally just need this many assemblers. This has been like kind of gnawing at me this whole time, right? Like I feel like we've always been so close. Power poles will be easy enough to do. Okay, so how can we get plastic here? Well, we don't have any space here. If this is a farther gap, nope, that still doesn't work. Well, these need to be able to input. We could probably change where we output from, maybe? Like if we output from the side, I think we can make it work. Or like a lower side. I don't know if this actually changes anything. No. We need like a blue belt here, and we definitely cannot use blue belt with burner inserters. We can't even use red belt with burner inserters. I mean, we can make the plastic work if we have the plastic come horizontally. Like, it does technically work that way. It's just it's not great. I uses a lot of inserters, or a lot of splitters for that. What benefit does this have? Very, very, very little. This saves so few actions. I don't think this is a design worth examining. Unfortunately, the idea is fun, but the more I build it, the more I realize it's just not helpful. What if we add a tile? If I make them a little wider. Now, if it was space efficient, that would be different, but I don't think it will end up actually saving space because of how much dead space you have here. And obviously we can't chain inserters together because that kind of defeats literally the entire purpose of doing all of this. Like that is all of the savings we have comes from inserter actions. What if steel comes from the middle? That's an option, right? Hmm? So far so good, except for the fact that we can't get a furnace here. But we can get a furnace here if we do that. Okay. Okay. That's more promising. Plastic, then an output. Okay, wait. I think this works. I think this works. Because this is basically my blue science design, which does work. It does use a lot of splitters though, which is not fantastic. Basically, we need a splitter. I think it was here. I don't remember where the splitter was. They were in weird spots. I think the outputs were on. Oh wait, I remember. There we go. That's how it worked. We didn't use a red belt. There's no way we used a red belt. Where did it come from? Ah, there we go. There we go. Yo, what's up, Toporoco? Welcome, welcome. Okay, there we go. That's the design we had. I don't know if I like it. I don't think I like it. It's fun though. It's real. It sure is fun. Okay, we don't need the output here. We might have an easier time if I put the output on a different side. I'm not sure. But output in the middle does kind of make sense here. Okay, so this can get fuel from here. That's good. Okay, this feels promising. This feels very promising so far. We are currently working on a mostly useless design, admittedly. It does not save us a ton of entities, but it is something that I had been wanting to do for a while, so I figured I might as well give it a shot. And then we need a plastic lane here. So I think we need a lot of circuit logic to make this work, right? Yeah, this needs circuit logic. Yeah. We do need circuit logic on these inserters, which is not terrible. Yeah, pretty much all the inserters here need circuit logic. We can live with that. And then this gets iron from the middle, I guess, which actually, this makes more sense. I think. Iron coming towards it. Well, does that save space? Let's see. If iron comes from the middle, LDS outputs to the side. Maybe we can stagger things. Maybe we can stagger the other sides. I think we can possibly save more space by staggering than we can by saving that tile. So for now, let's move this far away so that way I can actually mess with things. Yeah, I'm thinking we can probably stagger it. Like, let's see, where's the middle? Here. Wait. If iron's coming from the middle, staggering does nothing. Okay, I think we have to have iron come towards it. So like this. And then is this does this work? Where would this one go then? If I could stagger them like that, that would be perfect. Maybe LDS should come from a different side. Because I feel like we don't have a great out for LDS here. It's so close to working. So close to working. What other sides do we have available to us? None, actually. We have no other sides. Okay, I think we just need a tile in between. But that's fine, right? Oh, we need 2 tiles in between, though. Unless we can double up on the iron furnace. I don't think we can double up on the iron furnaces. Here's good. Yeah, this doesn't have an outlet for LDS without using red belt. The nice thing is that while this feels terribly space inefficient, all it has to do is be better than the steel and the LDS lane combined into one, which is very possible because neither of those are what I would consider dense, or anyone would consider dense. That's just a word. I said it like it was a word I made up. I don't know why I phrased it like that. Huh. Interesting, interesting. Output from the top right is wrong. Is that why it is not tessellating? Huh. What did I do differently? Oh. Oh, I see. I think I see the problem. I built the middle section first, not the output. Okay. Okay, so maybe this doesn't tessellate. You only had belts turned wrong side. Well, I couldn't figure out how these when you pointed that out, I noticed these weren't connected either. Also, this doesn't get fuel. Okay, so we don't actually have a connection between these two halves. Unfortunate. So we would actually need it to be a little bit wider than this too. I think like one tile wider. Which doesn't work. Right, because we're direct feeding. We can't we can't output directly, or we can't output wider. We don't have long inserters. Okay, we do have the original option of a honestly, let's try it. We have the original option of using the coal grid still. The coal grid is honestly like solid, like a localized coal grid. Hard to go wrong with that. We no longer need, well, we still need fuel in this belt for self-feeding, unfortunately. So let's delete all of those inserters, I guess. All of these, yeah, we basically have to start anew here. Output, output, input, input. Okay. This is plastic. LDS does not have an output, so I think we do an underground here. Send that up. Underground here. Wait, it's rotated the wrong way. Send that up. Okay. Good start, good start. Now this can go over a tile, I think. Well, we'll see if it actually works that way. It does not look like it can go over a tile, actually. Unfortunate. Well, maybe. If we use like a red belt or something, we might be able to get it over there. Oh wait, this only needs to go here. Never mind, that works. I was thinking we needed to power this with that, but that's on the coal. That's going to be on the coal grid. Okay, so these have plastic. They have copper. They have steel. And they have an output. Okay, that's the farthest we've gone so far. Of course, we still haven't spotted everything, or potentially haven't spotted everything, but it's a start. Okay, there we go. I probably won't actually end up using the splitters here, but splitters are always like a good start for just testing the fuel, because like it works, and it works very easily. They're generally the most expensive and just worst way to do these kinds of designs, but they're good test designs, so I like to start with them. Super electric pole and wait, not super electric pole, super substation. There we go. Okay, These aren't working. They're not getting fuel. Okay. So if we have this coal grid, we don't need this one. But I don't know if we can really avoid it. I think we need a splitter. Actually, yeah, we can avoid this one. We can move these over. That part's no problem. This one doesn't have coal, so what are our two options there? I don't think we really have any. I think we just need a splitter. Oh, we can't use a splitter here. Wait, we can. We can do this. That technically works. We can't split it and just send it straight through because then it'll start smelting copper, but this would work. Well, actually... Yeah, we can't. We can't do that. Easy enough fix. You can make a circle instead of using splitters. Yeah, that's the intention. But we only have one half built yet, so there's no reason to set it up now, because if you change the halves, the little circle thing you set up, it changes how you want to set up the circle. So there's no reason to do it yet. So we're just saving some effort first. We can make this pretty condensed if we use belt weaving. It's tempting. You use so many splitters that it might be worth it to have them go on the belt that go around the whole base. That's what we do. That's how the starter base. That's how the starter base works. It's really good initially. It has less benefit here, but early on, that's a great way to start it. Whenever you're limited by like hand building speed and you have like a large buffer. Now that things are bot building, we're switching towards more local coal. But yeah, you jest, but it's what we did for like the first 2 hours of the run are basically like that. Okay, I think this works. I say that, but we have yet to confirm that anything actually works every time we've said that, so I should probably stop saying it. But it has copper in it, it has plastic in it. It does get coal, this gets coal, okay. No, on this front, on this one from where bots takes items to have them closer. Wait, do you mean like we move the coal around with bots? That could work. I feel like I misinterpreted that though. Wow, this is the furnace just sitting in here feels sad. Don't know how else to describe it, but it feels sad to me. It just feels so lonely. Okay, now this is the problem. Well, not really a problem, but it does use a lot of space. Splitters move around the belts with closer chests to construct. What if... Okay, hear me out though. When you said splitters, and that gave me an idea. What if we save entities by using splitters instead of belts? They're cheaper. Well, okay, they're not cheaper. They're half as many entities. So if you ever have something that looks like 2 belts of iron, and you can't do an underground, you can do that instead. I don't think it actually saves entities. Wait. I mean, it could. Don't think it's a good design, though. But anytime I think of splitters, I think of that idea I had one time, and then realize I should not be allowed to come up with ideas. Okay, if we do iron in the middle, this makes it more condensed. Yeah, this works. I think. I mean, I've said that so many times today, and it's only been accurate. It hasn't been accurate ever, actually. Admittedly, I should stop saying. I should stop saying it. Okay. Splitters are made. Oh yeah. Okay. The splitters in that case are fantastic. Okay, so this doesn't actually tessellate this way though, so I don't know why I have this first one. Hmm. Does the spacing here matter? I don't think it does. Okay, so this tessellates hopefully correctly. Moment of truth. It does not. I think we can make it tessellate if we move this though. Wait, it tessellates. Oh, that's why I was having trouble with it. Tessellates there. Huh. Okay, it doesn't really matter where that inserter goes, actually. I just wanted to be consistent so I can copy it. Okay, I think that works. Oh, that doesn't reach. I mean, this doesn't really change much, but it does make it that we don't save this tile. Well, actually, we save the vertical tile. It uses more entities, but it does save that tile, which I think is worth it. Maybe. It's a start. Okay, now let's copy this and place a fourth one and hope that it still works. Input, input, underground, underground. Okay, this feels viable, actually. This is going to be terrible to connect everything, though. That is a realization I'm having, which I don't like. Hmm. Okay, I think we just need to copy and mirror the entire thing to make it work. Now, I'm not sure. We probably want to save the output. Inserters out of fuel. Oh, we haven't put the logic on them yet. Thank you. Yeah, these ones will need logic. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with this. That is kind of the problem with this design in general. Every single inserter here needs logic. You can logic the burner inserters. We can. Don't think I'd recommend it. I would recommend just not using burner inserters at all. But yeah, you can put logic on burner inserters. Does this? How the heck does this tessellate? Go full train build with logic burner inserters. Any particular reason for the full train build? Like, does it have a benefit? Or just for fun? All right, I wasn't actually counting furnaces here. This is 12, okay. Okay, so this is one set of 48 assemblers. This is 48 assemblers. Space-wise, this is one tile taller and not that much wider. Wait, does this actually work well? I mean, okay, it does require logic, and that logic literally eats all the savings we have from this in terms of performance, but that's fine because I don't think we're too performance limited for this kind of design. This is mostly a space and entity savings. Everything from one wagon. I have tried something like that. The inserter throughput is so terrible that I wouldn't recommend it. Does it need logic when you first feed solid fuel and then feed copper? Yes. The logic right here, the breaking happened because this inserter and this inserter were both trying to grab the same solid fuel here. It had nothing to do with the copper. It was broken solely by the solid fuel. We do have another option though, I think. Yeah, well, maybe not another option. I think we just have to use logic because we don't really have the space to fix it. But yeah, it's broken because one of these inserters has prio over the other one, and not enough fuel can pass through to make it that they both get fed at the same time. So this one takes all of the fuel before this one gets any. One option is to use. One option is to make the stack size limited, but that's not a great option. That can still break very easily. More splitters. I don't think more splitters fixes it. Okay, there is a way to fix it with more splitters. Actually, you're right. I could fix it with more splitters by doubling the amount of splitters. I didn't realize I had enough space to do that, but yeah, they could grab from here if I really wanted to. Burner inserters are pretty good at not working. That's so true. This doesn't run for some reason. Okay, never mind. It's a pretty obvious reason. Okay, well, I see why they don't run. But other than the fuel issue, does this have any flaws? Because, like, I think I actually like it. Which is weird. Because I thought it would be really... If I'm being honest, I thought it would be really bad. It's not getting enough coal, so we will have to supplement coal about halfway through. Could you double the link and add more copper from the side? Oh yeah, we'll have copper, probably spaghetti, its way through here. We'll have to rearrange some of this inserters, but I think we can have copper go through the middle somehow. Honestly, even if we have it here, though, it's still probably fine. Yeah, this definitely has the potential for double length. And then furnaces. See, this is 12 furnaces. Okay, so this is exactly 1 row of iron, 1 row of iron, and 2 of copper. Yeah, okay. So this ratio is, we're not actually producing 1.8 from here. I'm realizing we're producing 80%. So we're 1.5. Okay, so this is the new design. This is the old design. So it is wider, and it is taller, but we're comparing it to this. So how much wider and taller is it to that? Not significant savings, admittedly. But I did, I guess I was aware of that, like when I started, that it was not, this was not a good use of my time. Let's put it that way. This is not a task that needed to be done by any means. It's a task that I've been wanting to do for a while to see if it was possible. I highly doubt we'll even use it. Although it does work really well. The real question is how many... The real question is how do I get fuel to both lines? We can't actually, I think we do need this many splitters. Because this cannot reach all the way across like I thought it would be able to, unless you use a red belt, and a red belt is not safe. Unless I put even more inserters on logic, which we already have so many on logic right now. This looks really cool. I think this doesn't make it through. Okay. I was wondering why it did not get fuel. You can make it 3 times longer with 1 extra copper belt on one side. Well, then I need another iron belt well, plastic is good. I need another iron belt that way, though. So I would need to do 1 extra copper belt on both sides, and then something else in the middle. Lies. Okay, you're right. We can just add another copper belt on the side, and it'll work magically. This one's not working. I think start time is really high. You have 2 times iron and 2 times plastic. I don't think that's true. I do have double the plastic I need. I don't have double the iron I need. It's consumed in a 1 to 2 ratio, I think. 1 to 2 to 4. Close, roughly. Roughly 1 to 2 to 4. 1, 2. Yeah, close enough. Oh wait, this uses a whole belt of plastic. You see 2 times plastic and 2 times iron input. Well, yeah, we have 2 times iron input, but it uses all this iron. It doesn't use all the plastic, but it uses all the iron. So if I wanted to add more over here, we wouldn't be able to get enough iron from this. We would need to supplement iron down the middle, and that kind of doesn't really fit, considering we can barely even fit in the copper that I'm trying to connect. Okay, now the moment of truth. Do I want to have this grabbed from red belt? I can have it grabbed from red belt. If we're doing logic, it's not that bad to have them grab from red belt, because they only are going to grab from idle belts, so that does make them pretty safe. This looks so cool though. It's not actually it's a pretty hefty amount. I'm looking at it now and it's actually a pretty significant amount of red belt. Yikes. If I can remove this tile, if I can somehow get this tile out of the way, it's possible. Like, what if I do belt weaving? Wait, belt weaving doesn't fix the problem, does it? No. Because belt weaving, well, it changes the problem. That's not a bad thing. Changing the problem is okay. Because if we change it from red belt being here to red belt being here, we don't need as much logic. I really want to remove this center tile. See, this needs to grab from that. This doesn't need to grab from that. So we do have... We can do belt weaving. We can do a complete batch of belt weaving here in the middle. 2 times copper, 2 times plastic, 2 times iron, but the ratio is 20 copper to 10 iron. You don't get it. 20 iron to 10 copper, yeah. So we have copper here and here. So that's a 2 to 1. So this is the 20. This is the 10. And then this one's like 5, right? Oh, you already did halfway. Ah, yes. Oh, okay. You don't see the line, so you think it's not there. That's fair. Gotcha. I was starting to question if my math was off. But yeah, we can definitely do belt weaving here. Is that worth it? How expensive is that? Okay, the answer is obviously not worth it. But that's not what we're building this for. This isn't a good design that we should be using. This is a fun design. Exactly, it looks cool. That's what it's all about. Yeah, we can 100% belt weave here. Actually, before we break it, I'm gonna make a backup. Because it looks cool. Just because I think the design is neat. We'll name it Useless LDS version 2. Oh, more monstrosities that will cost a lot? Yeah, we'll see how much it costs. Yeah, it's gonna cost a lot. I mean, it's not too bad, right? 100 red belt. 100 red underground belt. Yeah, that's manageable. It's not amazing, but it's manageable. Okay, so it is like 5,000 extra iron to do this, but but it's cool. Okay, I think I should just tessellate, find a pattern and tessellate it. I'm realizing as I build it like individually that we have a pattern that can be copied, and I'm building it one at a time. Also, that was a wasted belt. Did not need that. Okay, I mean, my math was off, right? No, it's right. Boy, this is not worth it. I say as I continue to build it because I love it. But this is what we're trying to replace, right? So maybe it's not that much more expensive compared to having like 400 extra belts. So it might be somewhat reasonable. Oh wait, I'm comparing it to this entire thing. I should be comparing it to this. 150 extra belt and 150 extra inserters. That's much more reasonable if you think of it that way. I think there's a possibility that if I rearrange the red belts a little bit, I can have the amount of red belt I need. Never mind, it doesn't reach. Thought there was a chance. Okay, and let's try to get them onto the same patterns. That way it tessellates. Okay, that should be fine. I don't think this ending tessellates, actually. There we go. Now it does. Wait. Now it does? Now it does. I missed the entire top lane. Okay. So the whole reason we did that is it now means we can connect fuel a lot cheaper. And it lost all its cool? Really? What? Oh, did you just like this part? Is that what you liked? That little middle row? Push upper LTS into bottom lane for fun. Oh, it ends up on the right side. I thought it was going to end up on the wrong side. That's actually, that saves a lot of iron. Admittedly. And it's only a couple extra entities. No, that's actually... That one definitely loses the cool that way, but it is... Clean is cool, right? Yeah, clean is cool. Okay, and now we delete this. We remove all of the splitters. Oh, I have not thought of how we're going to power that, though. The less free tiles, the better, right? Yes, exactly. That's how Factorial works. Density is the only thing that matters ever in the entire game. I'm glad we kept this design because I feel like this rework is not worth it. Honestly, I think the splitters are probably a good option. Good luck, and may my eagle eyes spot any weird thing. I think my eagle eyes are in too much pain. Are in too much pain to spot any mistakes. Because it's just everything hurts looking at this. Ooh, wait. This works. I don't know why I said that like I'm surprised. Right, because I am. Of course. Okay, that has to attach like that, but we can move this over. Never mind. That only worked in that one specific spot, apparently. Okay, so we still need logic. That's fine. Okay, that's a start. That has that splitter. That's fine. Oh wait, that's why we had this. Oh wait, this is a pure resource. We don't need that anymore. Okay. What does this do? This doesn't do anything. How's this supposed to be? Oh, that makes more sense. Technically, if these are on logic, we can just grab directly from this. Do 1 million inserters with logic versus 1 million without test. I have tested logic a little bit before with basic logic. It's not terrible to have some logic on, which is nice. Oh wait, this needs a fuel input. Like it's not, I obviously want to avoid it, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be, was the realization I had. Yeah, definitely not fantastic. Okay, and then this goes under and it somehow connects around. Okay, this might work. I don't think it does, but it might work. It always might work, right? Okay, how many is this? This is 42. Okay, so we need I don't know why I said 42. It's 56. Wait, what? Oh, I wasn't counting the halves. Okay, that makes more sense. There we go. Okay, what do you think? What are the odds this is correct? Probably under 50%, right? Actually, it seems to be working so far. With high density, it doesn't actually need logic, but that's fine. Powerful is going to be an issue. I don't think. Oh, okay. Powering stuff. It's annoying, but we can fit power poles in here. Technically, we haven't put power poles in any of our designs, like at all. So, don't know how we'll manage that. I'm sure we'll think of something. Okay, these are dying. That's fine. Okay, yeah. Without logic, this is somewhat safe. But I think it's just because saturation is so high with full belts. They're probably going to start dying around this point. Can I speed this up at all? I don't think so. Yeah, we're pretty much maxed out with this many layers. Manually placing power poles. Don't put them in the blueprints. I just randomly place them throughout the run. But where's our design? Okay, so these are the two designs we have. And then we need this. And then we also need it here. I should not have done that. Wait. 48 assemblers. 44 assemblers. Okay, that makes more sense. It's like, this new design isn't any more dense. I was very confused why it looked more dense. Well, I mean, it's more vertically dense, but the horizontal width is the exact same between these two. Okay, and then we still have this blueprint as a comparison in case we decide we don't like this this new one. But these are 3 LDS designs. This is the original. You can disable entities not on used layers. I've been scared to press that button because I wasn't sure how it worked. Is there a button that does all layers except the current one? Or do you have to go to each layer individually? One by one. Okay. And then another question. Does it do it by just like messing with the logic, or is it like a mod thing? As in, like, it doesn't break any logic, right? By pressing that button. Okay, yeah, that's way nicer. Thank you. It honestly didn't occur to me that disables it just for that layer. It just stops simulation on the whole surface. Awesome. Thank you. Honestly, thank you so much. That probably will genuinely save a few hours over the course of the next few weeks with planning, just because now I can speed it up like 6 times more. It didn't even occur to me that was for individual layers, even though it's under the stage tab. Okay, these somehow worked without logic pretty safely, which is weird. Plastic is not connected. That's not good. Oh, never mind. It's not too bad. Okay, I was worried that it was broken somewhere in the middle and somewhere that was copied. Okay, so how much shorter is this? This is literally a tile shorter. What's the cost comparison? Actually uses fewer belts. Okay, so what we use 100 fewer belts. Same amount of undergrounds roughly. So the only additional cost is 48 extra undergrounds, which is 2,500 iron, right? For the pair. Yeah, because it gets 2 at a time. Wait. Yeah, 2,500. 2,500 is... That's not that much, right? That's like a minute or two of 1 lane of iron. Honestly, we can live with that. If it's just really cool, we can live with that. We don't really have a great way to get the coal supplement. 1 lane of iron is 900. Oh, right. Okay. So 2.5 lanes of iron. Still reasonable, considering it's only a minute. Oh! You meant 1 lane of iron is 900 per minute. Yeah. So like 1.5 lane of iron for a couple minutes will do it. That's, that does sound really expensive, but also really cheap at the same time. That's not what I wanted to highlight. I want analysis tool. Okay, so these should have an uptime of like 80%. I like how many idled inserters this has, though. That's pretty nice. Oh, and I guess I could compare it to this, because that's what the savings really comes down to, right? It's going to be hard to compare because this has extra belts. We'll just say that's the same. We're comparing it to this. So this is the comparable lanes, I think. Right? Yeah, 48 furnaces. So that is compared to 786 undergrounds, which we technically haven't, or belts, which we haven't done entity savings on yet. 300 undergrounds, and it saves 0 inserters. But the inserters that it does use are running less frequently, slightly. But yeah, it doesn't actually save inserter count, which is weird. Or if it does, it's not a ton. Yeah, uptime is actually a lot higher than I thought it was. I thought it was I thought it was a deficit of like 20%, but I think seems to be a little higher, or it hasn't ran long enough for this to actually get a good value. I could use prod mods. I'm not sure if LDS is expensive enough to do that. But yeah, prod mods would just give free resources if they're input limited. Which they should be. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. We have resources backed up in here because we didn't start it. There we go. Yeah, this is what it should look like. A little over 80, like 80, 85%. Which means, yeah, prod mods would just give us more LDS. If we want it. Because we are input limited. We won't have belt throughput. 4 prods. 4 prod 3s. Or just 4 prod mods and a tier 3 fabricator. That sounds like a solution. Maybe not a cheap one. That decreases their crafting speed by 10%. Okay, so this does still run fully, or as well as it can. Honestly, I kind of didn't believe this would have any shot, admittedly. I didn't believe in this design. So I'm very pleasantly surprised that it actually kind of works. We do need to clean it up next time, but I think I have to call it there, because I'm pretty sure I'm hanging out with some family. So yeah, I'll have to call it there. I'll be back tomorrow. I might stream early tomorrow, like an hour earlier than normal. I think we have, like I said, family visiting, so my schedule will be a little bit weird. I think it's I think it's probably going to be late afternoon, so I'll probably stream like an hour early, depending on when that visit is. But yeah, I'm happy with this. This was half the goal I had for the day. We didn't do the green chips, but that's because I realized we needed a lot more before we actually need green chips. But next time should be big green chips. Because we've connected all of the old sciences to this new lane. I need to figure out why this is why this happens. Not sure what this bug is from or how to fix it. Thanks for the... Well, the stream was at least 2 hours, but... Which I guess is pretty short. But yeah, you got here like 10 minutes ago, didn't you? Yeah. Rough timing. But yeah, hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.